What is the 10th leading cause of death in the United States of America? If I told you it was homicide or a car accident, would you believe that? Actually, the 10th leading cause of death in the United States is suicide. For every suicide, there are 25 attempts. 44,193 Americans pass away by suicide per year alone. Thank you and good morning. I'm Michelle Carter Douglas, and I want to thank you for partaking on the journey of the Asia Bobitt story. On the line today, we have Mrs. Anita Williams-Wright. Earlier, we were live on Facebook, and there were so many interruptions, so we're going to pre-record this segment, and she's going to continue to save lives. Good morning, Mrs. Williams-Wright. How are you?
Good morning. I'm great, and you?
Amen. I'm doing good. Just like you said, trying to be a tool for the Lord. That's all. That's all we can do. But it's a blessing to have met you. It's a blessing to hear your story, and help in any way. Any way I can continue to help, please, by all means. And Mrs. Wright, if you could begin telling us a little bit about your daughter, her full name, and different of her hobbies in that.
Asia Sade Bobitt. Her hobbies were she loves poetry, she loves baking, she loves playing with kids, and singing and dancing.
Amen. Amen. And one beautiful thing that I saw on your biography for your daughter was the on forevermyasia.com, and it was so beautiful when I read it that you described her as the perfect child. She was very humble. You described her as being perfect. And also I'm going to read just an excerpt of your writing, which really touched me. I thought this was so beautiful, what you had written. And the website is forevermyasia.com. Asia was the best child. They might kill me for this, but they know it. The best child I ever had. Asia never gave me any trouble. I used to say to Asia, and I said it to her a week before she passed, "You're so perfect." And I said, "Oh, I take it back, because I don't want God to take you away from me, because no one's perfect." And I said it to her a lot. She was a great person. She was very pretty, but she was simple, and that's just how she lived. She was very humble. She was loving, caring, and she was just every parent's dream of a child. Amen. I thought that was beautiful. So, and you're welcome. Mrs. Williams-Wright, so there was no mental health issues seen by your daughter Asia, no complaints about her in school, about being bullied or anything like that?
None at all.
Mm-hmm. And what classes did she take in high school?
She took math, English, social studies.
Mm-hmm.
What did she take? Music.
Mm-hmm. Amen. So just a normal, typical kid, never had any issues with bullying, outgoing, very humble, like you said, wrote poetry, everything. No one came to you at any time indicating that your daughter appeared sad before going off to college, or she exhibited any depressive signs. Nothing.
Nothing.
Amen. Amen. So moving on to Asia entering college, did she appear eager to go to college, apprehensive to go to college? If so, could you explain the conversation that might have taken place?
Asia was excited. We had went and we were doing college course since 11th grade, since the junior year of high school. The first college we saw was Bennett, and that has been her first choice, and that has been her last choice. She's going to go to Bennett College in Greensboro, all-girl private school, where she had other options and she was accepted into many other colleges. But she wanted to go to Bennett. She wanted to be a Bennett Belle. It was a little scary because the transition, and most kids, they're afraid. It's something new. It's a new environment, new people. From being a teenager to being a young adult, to be on your own. Of course, she wanted to come home every weekend. I went and picked her up, and if I couldn't go, her dad would go, or her sisters will find her a way to get home. So yeah, she was excited. She wanted to go. It was her choice. And besides the college, she was about to enter into the Army Reserve. She had did a test and everything for the Army, and she was preparing for that as well.
Amen. Amen. And when did the road curve? When did the change in emotions begin, or was shown to you?
Well, you really don't. I really can't say that things were changing and stuff, because everything was blamed on. I blamed everything on the transition. So I really can't tell you a month, 2 months. I just know that she wanted to come home a lot, and I noticed it, and I told her that she's not going to come home every weekend to find some friends and try to interact